All right, guys, doing out Abyss, man, they've been popping off, bro. They've been popping off. When they teased version 1.1, that's when I was like, yeah, bro, I'm a hero bot. I'm a hero bot because the game looks absolutely insane. And the fact that it's gonna get better and better and better over time, holy dude. I'm actually glad. I'm actually glad to see where Doing Not Abyss is at right now because this game, it shocked everybody. It really did when they teased version 1.1 and all the characters. It looks amazing. But they didn't mention Genomons in the live stream, and they posted this 1 hour ago showing all 5 Genomons. Now, actually, I think it's 5 or 6, I don't know, but when we take a look at these Genomons, they have Pyrogenomon, Lumino, Anemo, Hydro, what's the Umbro, and Electro. So these Genomons pretty much cover every element. Now, my question is, are they going to release more Genomons with like different Genomon supports in the future? Maybe, who knows? But we're gonna take a look at the Genomons here. And when we read this over here, the unlock conditions, they said once you reach Bart's Tome level 30 and you unlock the hardcover or collector's edition, you will receive a Genomon of your choice. So they're going to let us choose our own Genomon, which is very, very good. So let's go ahead and play this here. So the first Genomon, Pyrogenomon, deals power damage equal to 1,170% of the main character's attack to nearby enemies and increases multi-shot for self and allies by 10.5% for 12 seconds. Now, I don't know what multi-shot means, but when it comes to the passive skill for Genomons, depending on which element that Genomon is, their passive skills are all the same. If it's a Pyrogenomon, it's going to increase pyro attack for the main character and combat partners for 2.4% by 2.4%, and the stats provided by Pyro Demon Wedges, prefixed with Griffin, Typhon, and Convenator, I don't know how to say that, by 0.9%. So the passive skill for every single Genomon is the same. The only difference is the element. That's it. But yeah, I will say Pyro Elf, obviously you want to put this Genomon on Pyro characters, but for the Genomon support, it's not bad. I mean, it's gonna deal some decent damage because it scales off of your main character's attack. But the multi-shot, I have to see what the multi-shot means in order for me to really judge this Genomon. Now the next one they show here is Lumino. Man, Lumino looks cool. Lumino deals Lumino damage equal to, you know, the same amount Pyro Elf had. Come back over here, it's literally the same number. Of the main character's attack to nearby enemies, and grants 3.1% Lumino damage bonus damage to self and allies for 12 seconds. Now, this is actually pretty good. The fact that you will gain an additional Lumino damage bonus, very, very nice. So once again, you guys can see the only difference between Luminelf and Pyro Elf for the passive skill is that this one for Luminelf increases Lumino attack. Now the next Genomon we have here is Anemo. Now Anemo, this is more of like a healing Genomon, right? Because when we read the Genomon support, it says increases resolve for self and allies by 6% for 12 seconds. Now I don't know what resolve means, but this is probably like correlated to damage. I have no clue. So it does have buffs, but when we read this here, it says if the main character's HP falls below 25%, instantly heals them for 10% HP. So this is definitely going to be a Genomon you want to use on support Anemo units. So if there are any Anemo support characters in the game, Anemo is definitely going to be the best option for these support units. Now, not even just support units, healers as well. Next one we have here is Electra Elf. Now, Electra Elf is actually quite interesting because it says restores 15 sanity to self and allies. It increases their skill damage by 10.5%. Now, I will say Electra Elf seems to be like the best one in terms of like buffing DPS units. Now, once again, the passive skill is for Electro units only, but Genomon support actually pretty good because sanity, if you guys don't know, like most characters in the game don't have skill cooldown. Um, the more you like when you use your skill, you're pretty much consuming sanity. So the fact that Electra Elf is giving you more sanity is gonna pretty much allow you to spam your skills a lot more. So I will say Electra Elf, out of all the Genomons we've seen so far, Electra Elf seems like to be the best one so far, especially for DPS units, because you're getting a skill damage increase, which is very, very good. So if you're gonna use Sybil, if Sybil is gonna be your main, Electra Elf is gonna be very, very good. Now, next one we have here, by the way, look at the visual effects for Electra Elf. Actually looks pretty cool, man. Hydro Elf looks beautiful. For each summoned by the main character, increases damage dealt by self and allies by 4% for 12 seconds up to 16.2%. Now, for this one, you're required to summon. We already talked about this a couple days ago, the whole summon mechanic. You're pretty much going to summon an ally on the battlefield, right? So if you're going to rely on summons, then Hydro Elf would be very, very nice, because you are going to get up to like a 16.2% damage dealt increase boost, which is very, very good. So if you're relying on summons, this is going to be pretty nice. But once again, when we look at the passive skill, it revolves around Hydro units only. Now, next one we have here is Umbra Elf. Now, Umbra Elf deals umbral damage equal to 1170% of the main character's attack to nearby enemies, and increases morale for self and allies by 6% for 12 seconds. So, Umbra Elf doesn't seem too bad. I don't know what morale means. Hold up, give me 1 second. I mean, we can search it up real quick. Morale, uh, Duet Night Abyss. Morale. What is this? All relate to no. What is it? Morale attribute. Duet Night Abyss. There we go. So in Duet Night Abyss, the morale attribute is a team-based buff that enhances combat capabilities. Instead of being an individual character stat, a team can gain morale through certain skills and mechanics to receive temporary stat boosts. Okay, so not bad. Never mind, I take it back. So the morale boost actually pretty good. So I still prefer Electra Elf instead because of the sanity increase, which is very good, and the skill damage increase, but the morale boost is also pretty nice as well. It really depends on what you guys want to do. Like, I feel like there is, how can I say this? I feel like there isn't a best option here, because all Genomons, they're all good. They're all useful. What they're supposed to do, right? So I feel like all of them, like, it really just comes down to what you want to do. Like, which character are you going to main? If you're going to main an Electro character, you obviously want to go for Electra Elf. If you're going to main Anemo, you want to go for Anemo Elf. And if you want to main Hydro, you want to go for Hydro Elf. It really depends on who you want to main, which character you want to main, and what their element is going to be. Now, they also explain the Genomon system here. So this was in their, let me see, the unique systems. So this was like in their unique systems, and you can feed Genomon. So it says here, Genomons are creatures that take various forms through Foxen energy. While their true origin remains uncertain, one thing is clear: every experienced fox hunter relies on the diverse abilities of Genomons. Encounter wandering Genomons in the wild and feed them their favorite yum treats to potentially tame them. The quality of yum treats and your timing when feeding affects success rates. To befriend more Genomons, sharpen your judgment. Successfully tamed Genomons will accompany you. You can set them as your deployed Genomon to provide various combat buffs. So you can actually get these Genomons out in the wild. Like, it's like Pokemon pretty much. You're going around, capturing Genomons and using them, right? Genomon support during critical moments in battle. Use Genomon support skills to turn the tide and create new opportunities. After using a support skill, the Genomon enters a cooldown period and gradually recovers over time. Support skills don't consume your combat resources, so command your Genomons freely. Next thing we have here is Genomon training. Genomons are divided into active Genomons and inactive Genomons. Active Genomons have trait slots that are gradually unlocked when they are ascended. Genomon's trait levels can be increased via raise. You can also transfer traits between Genomons via Genomon training. Inactive Genomons cannot join battle, but their traits can be learned by other Genomons through Genomon training. So yeah, like this is pretty much like a Pokemon system in like this is literally Pokemon and doing on Abyss. Now Nintendo, don't do anything. Nintendo, relax. But yeah, this is pretty cool. The fact that they're giving us multiple ways on how to um like multiple ways on how to become stronger. Right? We have demon wedges. You have weapons. You can I don't know, just level up your skills. And now we have Genomons who are going to provide buffs, which is very, very good. That's pretty much the entirety of the Genomon system. There's probably going to be a lot more when the game officially releases, but as of right now, this pretty much covers the basics. And back up here, when I read this closely, now where is it at? Where is it at? Okay, there it is. So when I read this closely here, so when it says unlock the hardcover or collector's edition, this sounds like a battle pass, right? This sounds like a battle pass where you get to select the Genomon of your choice. At first, I thought, they're going to like give us a chest and we can like select any Genomon we want, but it seems like this is part of the battle pass. Now, once again, you can get Genomons in the wild, right? Completely for free. But when it comes to selecting the Genomon of your choice, I think, okay, this isn't confirmed, but I think you do have to purchase the battle pass. I have no idea. Things are looking good for this game. I cannot wait. I already pre-downloaded the game. I'm just waiting, man. I'm literally just waiting. We're so close to release. I can't wait, bro. This game's gonna be so fun. But hope you guys have a good one. I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Adios.